How do people even know about these gigs? Because I didn't hear anything about, him going out doing the whole Motley record.
I don't have any idea. I mean, Wardlaw tuned me into it.
Well, had Matt not told you about it, would you have known?
I don't think I'd have known in advance. I think I would have got a heads up like a day or two, because a lot of my personal friends that are on Facebook were saying that they were going to the show.
Sure.
So I might have known that way, but I mean, there wasn't no advertising that I saw, and there wasn't like a blabbermouth thing or anything that turned me onto it. So no.
So basically, you just were fortunate that you caught the show.
Yeah, I was totally lucky that I caught it. And it's fun, because I don't follow along what goes on in Cleveland at all. I might as well not live in Cleveland. I honestly, dude, I don't know. I never know anything that's going on in the area anymore as far as shows, because I just don't pay attention to it. I don't care. I figure if a publicist sends me something, that's the only way I know if there's a show in Cleveland. But like Matt was telling me that in May, first week of May, Y&T's coming back. And I was like, shit, how long's that been announced? He's like, I don't know, 3 months. And I was like, I didn't hear word one about it in 3 months. And I follow Meniketti and Y&T and all that shit on Facebook, so I should have seen it. But, it's the new way, man. I think people just don't know that there's as many shows coming as there are. I mean, do you know what's coming in Chicago?
Well, I could, but I don't pay attention to it, because even if I knew they were coming, chances are I wouldn't go anyway.
Right. Well, maybe now that you're not bogged down in hell, you might be happier.
It's not even that. It's just I don't enjoy making the trek downtown.
Well, yeah, there's that.
The last one I went to was American Dog and Tesla.
Right.
I went to that. It was at the House of Blues and whatnot. But, just the hassle getting down there, and then the parking. And you know what it cost me to park?
About 30?
$30.
That's fucking ridiculous.
It costs $30 to park for basically 2.5, maybe.
$10 an hour.
Yeah, $10 an hour to park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's freaking ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, it's one of the reasons I don't go anymore. One of them is I hate maneuvering through all that bullshit.
I mean, I was lucky I was on the list. I didn't have to buy a ticket, Mm-hmm. But if I bought a ticket just for me and drove down there and parked and all that kind of shit, that night alone would have cost me $70 to $80.
Yeah,
just to park and go to the show. And that doesn't include buying a drink or anything.
Yeah, and 2 drinks, you're at $100.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's why I don't go.
Yeah,
I mean, I've been fortunate in my life to have seen pretty much everybody I want to see. And personally, I'll take the one weekend a year. I'll go down to Rock on the Range. I'll see 30 bands that I want to see, and I'm good. And the rare one-off like I did last night. Honestly, if Karabi was playing at Karabi's a tough one. I would go see that anywhere pretty much. But if it was something that I didn't like as much as that record, if Karabi was playing just a regular gig, not that album in its entirety, and it was at the House of Blues, I'm probably 50-50.
Yeah. Well, another favorite band of mine that I know for a fact that they've been in the Chicago area at least a half a dozen times over the last, say, 3 years, and I haven't gone to see them once.
Mm-hmm.
LA Guns.
Yeah.
They come through here pretty frequently.
Right.
But I have yet to go out to see them in the last, I can't even tell you. I'm trying to think of the last time that I went and hung out with those guys.
But if they played that club that's near you, was it in Maryville or wherever?
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely go there. That's like a 15-minute ride.
Yeah, there you would go, but downtown Chicago.
I'm not going to spend 45 minutes to an hour getting down there and then paying $30 for parking and then going through the rigmarole of getting into the place, and it's just
it's too much. I agree.
It's just not worth it to me.
It's not, dude. There's some shows that I looked forward to every year and I don't go to anymore, like TSO. I didn't even, and we're friends with Caffrey.
Sure.
I could easily have made a call and gotten on the list, but I just didn't. I just was like, I don't want the whole hassle of it.
It
It'll
is
be sold out, and it's a big pain in the ass getting in, getting out. You know, it's $25 to park down in Cleveland now. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
You know, and the places that usually do host, you know, the shows that I wouldn't mind going to see,
Yeah.
is usually the House of Blues,
Which sucks.
and I hate it.
Yeah, I hate the house.
You know,
here,
and
too.
just getting in there is a pain in the ass. You have to go through 3 checkpoints to get in there.
Wow, really?
3. First, you have to show your ID.
Okay.
They have to scan your ID.
Right.
Then the next checkpoint, they actually wand you and pat you down.
Okay.
And then the third checkpoint, they want to see your ID and your ticket.
Oh, see, we don't have all that.
They do that here.
We have they just have a line and they wand you in the same line where they wand you, there's like a guy that wands you and you take one step and they click your ticket and you're on.
No.
And
It's a 3-point checkpoint.
fuck that.
I know. And then, you know, they make you line, especially like this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
They make you line up outside.
Right, where it's fucking 3 degrees.
And they line you up outside around the building.
Right.
And then they march you in single file, checking your ID, checking your ticket, patting you down, wanding you down. So it's like,
Yeah.
then you get up into the main room, and then it's just shoulder to shoulder,
Yeah.
and you can't move and you can't breathe, and it's just it's like, forget it.
Yeah, I'm with you. House of Blues, it's got to be somebody I love, or I'm not going to go see I'm not seeing a show at the House of Blues.
I don't know. I don't know if it's just me or the situation, or if I'm just spoiled after years of having friends or, you know, having contacts or whatever to be side stage and get away from the fray and everything, that I can't just be a regular participant in the crowd.
There's something to that, dude. There really is. I mean, I still go, and I think I do it probably a little more than you, where I don't call and pull the favor most of the time, because I honestly don't want to meet the people. And that's really what it is if you pull the favor, then you're sort of expected to go and shake the hand.
Yeah.
And for me, I want to see the show and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to stay. Show ends at 11. I want to be home at midnight. I don't want to be home at 3. And I get nothing really out of meeting the guys.
Yeah. Well, you remember when Heaven and Hell was touring, and and Vinny was calling the show, and you know, they made a couple stops in Cleveland, and I know you went, and they came through here like 3 times.
Yeah.
You know, and they played here. It was a Saturday, and I did the show. You know, I did our show, and I didn't bother to go because I saw them 2 times already that year.
Right.
And then the next night they played in Cleveland, and I think you went.
Yeah, I did.
And you were backstage with Vinny. And Vinny asked why I didn't call him, and he was almost offended I didn't call him and hook up with him when he was here.
Exactly.
And it's just like, how come he didn't call me? I was waiting for his call. I thought he'd come out to the show.
Yep. That's the whole thing, man. It's more of a hassle than it's worth sometimes. And that, I mean, obviously we like Vinny, and it's not like it's a hassle to see Vinny.
But I was kind of stunned when you told me that.
Yeah.
He's just like, how come he didn't call me?
Because they have friends in each city.
Yeah, it's just like, he didn't call. I was expecting him to come out, and you know, he didn't come out to the show, and you know, it's just like, what the fuck, man?
Yep.
It's like, sorry, dude. If I'd known, I would have come.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I do remember that. He was definitely like, what the hell? I was like, dude, I'm not his keeper. No, I'm in another town.
Sure.
You know?